I throw a fireball at the pink one.
Call me daddy. I just wanted to break Logan, and I knew it would work.
Don't TPK them. Don't TPK them. Don't TPK.
That's okay. Corvus will do it for you.
Us. There's only one instigator here. Well, okay, maybe there's like one. There's a lot of instigators.
No.
Okay, you know what?
Listen,
You're right. We
listen.
deserve it.
It's your second day here. I'm gonna cut you some slack.
Okay.
The rest of them, I'll kill everybody but Orca, and then Orca can go start the new party.
Corvus dies on a weekly basis.
Yeah. But welcome back. Where we've left our party, Fanara, Eden, Perrin, and Corvus had struck out to go find their little Cinnabon Gabo buddy, Art, who had been taken in the middle of an alleyway. They trace him Goblin napped. Trace him to this inlet where they're attacked by a bunch of harpies. They quickly dispatch them and then find an underground and underwater passage that they took. While that kind of happened and was going on, Art wakes up in a cell with a half-orc individual named Orca. The two of them literally talk themselves out of their cell, annoying the heck out of their captor. A brief combat ensues there before they find a way to kind of run off. At that point, the part of the search party comes in and is kind of looking and finding, talking their way through these first couple of rooms as Corvus gets the drop, literally, on one of the guards, where they learn that the Dusk Maven is kind of like this being of some sort that they pay homage to or tribute to, offering up solitary travelers. As you continue on, you find one of the two captors that, or one of the two people that had been taking guard of Art and Orca, who was severely hurt. You heal them briefly. I think Perrin goes and stabs him, and it turns into like a big fight between Eden and...
Perrin stabbed him at the same time that Eden was ripping his throat out. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
And in response, Corvus, who is trying to talk to this individual, stabs out at Eden, who's still kind of angry and mad about that. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry, I forgot about that when I wrote your synopsis of the episode. But
on top of it, Eden has been rage.
Forget stabbing, shaking somebody in the party. How?
It wasn't.
And Eden has been rage shape shifting the entire time, and has basically spent the entire time as an angry panther.
And we learned that Orca could speak to her.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. So fast forward a bit, they search, they talk to the captor that was originally annoyed with Art and Orca, find out where they went, chase them down that way, Eden in a giant panther form, and they finally kind of come together, realizing that the party that's on their, following them behind what they thought were guards was actually the party themselves. They talk, they hang out, they meet this new individual who is very big and beefy and strong orc person, before they head up the stairs to where Art and Orca had found and heard these two individuals talking, this older woman's voice and this younger kind of half-elf or elvish individual speaking. As you guys got up there, you notice that it's a roost of some sort, these large, almost human-sized nests attached to the ceiling with this significantly larger one in the center. You guys talked for a long, long time, conversing about what you wanted to do before finally making your decision to move through the chamber. As you did, the few harpies that had remained in this chamber were alerted by the crows and ravens that were flying, or crows that were flying in this chamber that had stormed in through the open kind of cave entrance. You all dart through, but one of the harpies wakes up in just enough time to drop down, grab Perrin, and fly out of the cave's entrance hundreds of feet in the air, a boomerang from Art hitting it, knocking it knocking Perrin briefly out of its hands before the two vanish as they dive down toward the earth. And that's where we picked up. Most of you guys are like halfway through the chamber. Corvus is all the way on the other side because of their phoenix. But in general,
Eden was pretty close behind.
And Eden was, because Eden's cat form too can zoom pretty quick. But you guys are all like most of the way there, or like 3/4 of the way there, when this dragging occurs. Now, as in that moment of you guys standing there watching what's going on, you hear that little bit of that continued trail screech of the harpy that Art had hit with his boomerang, before you hear these like yawning kind of wails coming from the nests. As you do so, an influx, a huge rush of ravens comes into the room, and manifesting in the center, as the ravens kind of do this like tornado like swirl to the ground, you see this about 7 foot tall. It looks 7 foot tall, but it's hunched over significantly. The bottom, like the top half of its body, is almost perpendicular to like where its hips would be, right? Standing right ankle, hand on what looks to be a staff, but it's really just their arm is hyper elongated on the ground and is using it as a crutch. The eyes of this individual, as like you make, very, very frail, very gaunt. The eyes are these like bright, piercing yellow with veins of red darting across in every direction. The face of this creature, kind of longer, the nose almost like a beak like, not like huge like actual beak, but like more beak like in nature, as it stands there and looks at you all as the smaller harpies start to come out of the nest of their roosts.
I see. So, it looks like our two wandering travelers were not wandering alone.
If you're talking about me and this guy and little buddy, I mean, I was technically wandering alone. To be fair, I was wandering alone.
and now you are not, I see.
No, lucky me. Who are you?
I go by many names. But you can call me Maven. Yes.
Question. Does this trigger anything in Panther Eden, like strike her, I don't know, say familiar, of like this odd appearance?
Go ahead and make a history or a nature check.
Okay, because
in the same vein, does any echo of my previous existence have any familiarity with this entity?
For you, I'd go history specifically.
that was a 19.
Okay.
Umbraloculus, I roll. You tell me. Here, fail me.
What is the position of everyone at the current moment?
So the chamber that you're in, Fanara, is this kind of more round, but it's cut rock and stuff, so it's not a perfect circle. But this somewhat round chamber, the door, you guys were coming in from one door, and directly across there was another door, or another like stairwell that goes up to where you guys could feel air coming down, like this fresher air looking coming down toward you guys. Most of you guys, I know Corvus for sure would have been in that stairwell proper. Eden would have been most of the way there. You guys have 30 feet of movement, and this room is a little bit shy of that. So unless you have some sort of feature that allows you to kind of swap or anything like that, you would be probably a little bit more than halfway through this chamber. Like half to.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how close I am, because Fanara, with this individual who obviously just appeared, and it seems like something could go down, she would take what looks like a vial out from her satchel, and she kind of mutters under her breath, "Avandra, give us your strength." And then she's going to open the vial and it's almost like she's flicking water in the direction of Eden, Corvus, and Art, which they would feel like it's almost like this rush of water. Like, even though it's like only a sprinkle, they would feel like almost like their backs got hit with this gush of water. But they also, too, all of a sudden feel like a strength build within them. She's doing aid to boost their AC.
Why do I feel like I need to pee?
And that lasts for 8 hours.
Well, how much of a boost is that?
That is 5 hit points.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfectly.
19 on the
So as you do that, yeah, you're all definitely close enough for you to do that, 100%. As you do that, there's this.
What are you afraid of, child?
You just appeared out of nowhere, and I don't get positive vibes from you.
Well, you did kind of kidnap us, or you are at least in the base of the people who kidnapped us. So, I mean, you can understand why we're cautious, right?
Eden will begin slowly approaching. And like I said, does this go like
I gotta go back.
Red flag?
Yeah, so
I'm just like
immediately, you're not quite sure, either of you, what this creature is, but you can identify it as some sort of shape changer, which isn't in it of itself is not good. And then 2, you both are picking up a very, very heavy, like almost arcane presence from it. Not necessarily like in the like kind of way that's like, oh, this is like I can sense that this is a mage. Like, this is old magic. This is fey magic. Like, this is something that's would be borderline. Does
it feel familiar to Eden?
It feels familiar-ish.
Okay.
Like kind of like a cousin vibes.
Yeah.
Not as nowhere near as powerful, but definitely enough to kind of put you on edge and get the hair on the back of your cat neck standing up a bit.
Cat poofing.
Carry the one.
Yeah.
And how far is this thing from us?
From where you would be, probably about 25-ish feet. For like 25, 30 feet from you, Corvus. As you kind of are up and like around, like you're up the stairwell a bit. So you'd have to come back down and peek around the corner.
So that means Phoenix, however, because I swapped, Phoenix is behind me.
Phoenix is back at the other, like where you guys started, yeah.
And is Phoenix closer, or is it like equidistant?
It's about equidistance.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are about the same. She's very much in, this creature is very much in the center of the chamber. Like spawned right underneath where that giant roost, which would have been theirs, was. And
Eden will begin to prowl up, like next to Finn, and kind of begins to put herself like slightly in front of Finn, and is like poofing.
Over the course of this standoff, if you will, Art is meticulously studying this individual, taking notes in his notepad, and we'll see if a minute passes before anything else happens.
Is Finn able to do one more thing?
Well, at this point, there's not really like you guys aren't really doing anything. She looks at you and even they were not in. I am not in their home. They chose to build a home underneath mine.
Corvus will just kind of go forward a bit. Whatever purpose this is, we must get our loud one and continue along our way.
You can, and the eyes like immediately dart to the cat. Oh. Hello. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Vanara's going to, if Orca's close enough, is going to kind of grab Orca's hand suddenly, and you'll feel like a warmth
In my cheeks? No.
Maybe, I don't know. She's gonna say, "Oh, we gotta stand together, right?" And then you'll feel kind of that warmth, which is actually giving you guidance. So that's what she's doing in that moment because she doesn't know exactly what happened to our kid.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
I'll...
wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, what was your 6? Your wild shape is dispelled as you turn back into Eden form.
Yeah, and so Eden reappears. And by the way, Art, there was a blood stain from where she was shanked by a motherfucker. Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
That was really fucking rude of you.
Oh, what?
It's rude.
What happened?
It's rude to go into somebody's home unasked.
Well, it's really rude for people to
uninvited.
take their friend and put them in their house when they didn't want to go there in the first place either.
And take a new friend of ours and also do the same thing.
You assume way too much of me. I am way too old to be taking such capable and strong individuals as these.
I mean, it wasn't...
Insight check.
But I mean, I don't think you're the one who took me from the tavern, to be fair. I mean, you would probably stand out.
Eden, go ahead.
But I was drugged, so, like, pretty much anyone who could drag me there would do it. Maybe you couldn't do that. I don't know.
That's a 26. Natural 20 on the die.
Definitely.
Also, hello? Pink woman?
Right. It's the first time you meet Eden.
The vibe you're getting from this individual, like, definitely did not drag Art or Orca to where they were kept. But like,
They seem like they know more than
it's
they're telling
definitely a veiled, like, yeah, I didn't drag them, like, I'm being honest, but like
Technically.
smirking and like, you know, shit-eating grin on the backside.
Well, then why don't you help us get out of your home? We just have to find the other little guy, and then we'll just be on our way. We don't want to be here. You don't want us here, apparently, so let's just help us help you help ourselves.
If I let you go now, you will go back to White Harbor. The stories will continue to spread, and before I know it, another group just like you will show up.
In Sylvan, specifically in Sylvan, Eden will respond, "If you do not let myself and my friends go, you will live to regret everything as I will call for help from my people."
The head darts to you.
Oh. And who are these people of yours? Oh. Wait.
And she takes a couple steps closer as she does, revealing her full height of, like, at this point, like, it's not like a not very broad, very like Slender Manny-esque height as the hand kind of extends toward you.
Antenna. There are not few who have that as their symbol or identifier. I think I have an idea of who your friends are, but they are not here.
Go ahead, Art.
Would it be safe to assume that about a minute has passed over the course of this conversation?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Within the last 10 seconds of so of that minute, Art, still furiously taking notes and looking up and down at the individual, is going to very slowly approach them, and then at the very last second of that minute, touch them.
Please tell me what you're doing, because this thing is way smarter than Logan is and can probably figure out your shit.
That's fair. I'm
at least to some degree.
I'm casting Identify.
Oh, you're casting. Okay. So at that, as you get closer, as you go attempt to touch, the hand reaches and grasps to yours. Shit, we had this complication last time you played Art, didn't we? Shit. God damn it. Identify.
Okay, if she fucks with Art, then Eden's gonna go.
No,
rage.
no,
I just
no.
have to
It's not
warn
a
you
no.
guys,
Art
this
Art
isn't
asked
gonna be
this.
good.
Art asked this specific question back in a different age, about a creature, and I had to look up the spell again to make sure that Art could do it. And I think did I allow you last time?
Well, it just says on the actual... I think you did, but it just says specifically on the sheet that if I touch a creature throughout the casting, I learn what spells, if any, are affecting it.
Okay, so if there's any spells, okay, cool. It's just so it would just be spells. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I'll give
Anything
you.
you give me beyond that would be bonus.
I'll give you. I'll kind of treat it similarly to like detect magic, where you can sense some. It's gonna be vaguer than that. There are no spells affecting this creature, but the vibe that you're getting as you touch them is very much fey in nature. Some sort of or fey aligned, right? So it may not be like purely fey magic like you've experienced in the Feywild, but it's something of that same vein, right? And you would know typically things either fall in like fey magic, which kind of bleeds into nature a bit, but fey, nature, like pure arcane or like divination style magic. So this kind of realm dives into the more like nature / fey area, but you're reading more fey. And she like lets you grab her hand as you do so, and oh, you're a curious one, are you not?
Fey magic of a more natural sort. Interesting. Unusual. Right.
Take.
And again in Sylvan. They may not be here with me right now, but their power is, and I suggest you do not harm any of my friends. Eden looks notably scared.
Make a intimidation with disadvantage.
I think you just said something about a cow. My Sylvan still isn't that good yet.
Does Finn understand that, by the way, because she's been learning? Is she able to pick up things here and there?
Probably not. Unless you're like pure like understand, because Eden is, I would imagine, talking very fast, like very quickly and very aggressively. So it's like, yeah, it's not enough to pick up. Like maybe you would have picked up the word regret, but like that's about it. Speaking way too quickly at this point.
15.
15.
I have a -1 because my charisma's real low.
I am shaking in these old boots of mine. They are tucked away. They are hidden. Maybe I should bring you to them. Maybe I should harm your friends. And when they are gone, I will bring you to the ones that you have escaped from.
Do you say that in English or in Sylvan?
Yeah, question.
She responds back. I'll give you Sylvan for Sylvan. I'll say she responds back in Sylvan.
The eyes do the black thing, red irises. You wouldn't dare. Scared. Eden just looks scared, and the words are getting.
I don't know what all is
and
being said right now.
And it's aggressive, and
I don't know.
And the creature steps, like, goes back to this hunched over state and looks up at you, Corvus.
You wouldn't hurt an old woman, would you? You wouldn't hurt poor old me. Keep me safe from harm, please.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'll be honest, depending on... It's funny, I already rolled for this. Depending on what happens, I'll roll it just in case. It's a 17.
Hang on. I realized I didn't have your guys' stuff up, but as you look her in her eyes For the briefest of moments, you don't see this kind of gangled mess of a creature, this hunched, cracking bones, disfigured and dysmorphed. You see an older woman, maybe in her early 60s, like early to mid 60s, with that similar kind of hunched over vibe. And you blink for a second as like there's a crack in this creature's voice, and it goes back to this disfigured and dysmorphed body. There was some sort of controlling presence that was beginning to wash over you.
So Corvus steps forward, and I rolled high enough where Corvus loses will. Stepping forward, Corvus is irritated, pissed off, frustrated, and overwhelmed. So incidentally, his armor will start to glow. The whites within his hair will start to radiate light and spread, bringing a shimmer to his hair. And immediately, this radiant energy will flash from his form as these radiant wings burst from his back, painfully, as you can hear it actually almost like tearing through his body for a moment. Eyes start to glow, this blend of radiant light and purple. And there's like a soft echo to his speech. I do not take kindly to being controlled. And we'll crack the whip as the light surges through, casting light on it for effect.
All right.
I'm gonna attack her.
All right. Well, what I will say is there is no surprise round here. So as you step forward, sensing that immediate danger, she'll recoil back just enough to kind of, not necessarily deflect or block. You can still definitely attack her if you roll high enough on initiative. But there is that 100% sense of like, this is intense. Like everybody can feel it. So we're going to roll initiative. You won't unfortunately be able to get any sort of round right on her, but
that's completely fine.
Yeah. Let me run that.
Dang.
All right, hang on one second.
They'll have guidance for now.
Oh.
Yeah, initiative works as a skill check, so you would 100% have guidance here.
Which that's D4?
What is D4?
A D4. For everybody except for Orca.
Right. No. So Eden,
no, they had
Corvus, and yeah, so like they have they have different stuff.
Oh right. What's 8 again?
8 is basically 5 temporary hit points.
Except
for Orca.
Orca, what is your your initiative bonus is 1. Okay, cool. So this is gonna go.
I just rolled another 1 with guidance, so
18.
22 total.
Oh, 22 total.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, that's not what put into D&D Beyond. That's weird. 22 total for Orca.
Oh, I rolled it with a dice.
Oh, that's weird. Then why did it go into D&D Beyond? Oh, that's weird. I didn't like that. Eden, what'd you get?
About a 15.
A 15. Finara.
11.
And he's not here, so I'm gonna make him 0. Corvus, what'd you get?
21.
21. Why'd it come up as a 12 for you?
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird. Did you roll on D&D Beyond?
I did not.
That's weird because it pulled. I may have clicked auto roll for you guys on accident.
Got it.
All right, what'd you get?
9.
Okay, cool. I like these numbers. They're nice and
so
spread out.
We're both distracted by the fact that Perrin isn't here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So as you watch Orca. You watch Corvus kind of stand up. His armor begins to shine brightly. His hair starting to the whip. This chain starts to unravel and crack. And as it does, bursts into light. You're the first one up. What would you like to do?
Great question. Let's think about this. Let's see if I can use. I'm gonna try and use Nature's Wrath as my channel divinity. As an action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. The creature must succeed on a strength or dex save of its choice, or be restrained. To be fair, this probably won't work because my DC isn't that high, but we're going to do it anyway.
I just realized. Strength or dex, you just said?
Yep. The DC is only 12, so...
DC is only 12. And that's, let's see. That's a 15. So yeah, that that succeeds. So as the vines go up, you watch as a handful of these kind of crows and ravens that are somewhat circling up above you swoop down underneath this this creature and lift them up very gradually off up the ground from where your vines would have been able to grasp them. Yeah.
And I'll say, as I'm doing this, let's not be hasty. Let's everybody calm down. And that's my turn.
All right. As you cast that, Corvus, it is now your go. What would you like to do?
Corvus will. So she's lifted just slightly off the ground, or she's actually.
Yeah, I mean it's more of that was more flavor text to the avoiding the grapple than anything. So they're not really off the ground at all. It's more of just like a little bit of bird kind of helping out.
Corvus, however, will lift like slightly 5 feet off the ground, and flying will walk towards and attack while manifesting Phoenix behind her.
Ooh, I dig that. Go for it.
Let's do... Oh, natural 20 on the die.
Fuck
I
you,
love
sir.
that.
Hate you.
Just confirming there's no one within 5 feet.
No one but your echo.
So like,
unless
Or no, actually no. Art would have still been there. You're right. Get your sneak attack. Go fuck yourself, sir. I just added 100 HP to this creature now.
that sounds about right.
No, I get it.
It's rolled twice.
Yeah, it still will die.
That's going to be +2. It's going to be 17 slashing damage, +2 points of radiant as the light cracks and sears the skin.
Hang on. One more time. How much?
So it'll be 17 slashing +2 radiant.
So 19 total. Awesome.
Right? I'm not sure, right? Yeah, it's 2 radiant, yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. Cool. Definitely. Awesome. At the top of the round, let's see, that's it. Oh, bonus action for Corvus.
It was remanifesting Phoenix over
Gotcha.
there.
Cool. Awesome. So with that, at the 20 mark, you watch as the creature stands up to the full height and just... Yeah! And as they lash out their arm toward all of you, this burst of ravens comes down from the ceiling and toward you all. I need Art, Corvus, actually all of y'all, because you would have been roughly within like 20 or so feet. So, yeah, I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws for me.
17.
Dex save, the paladin specialty.
19.
Actually, what was a good roll then? 20 total.
21.
On a
13?
On a success, so anything lower than a 15 will take 10 points of piercing damage as these crows and ravens start to come through and like poke, peck, dart at you. If you succeeded, you take half that, so you'll take 5 points of piercing damage.
Thank you for the 5 HP, Finn. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Right?
At
Then-
least it helped a little bit.
Oh, it
Then,
did.
For the Maven's turn, which is next, they are going to look at...
I mean, Corvus is the one that just hit them in the face.
Yeah, I know. Hang on. One second. Looking at something.
Ignore the pink lady and just hit Corvus.
Okay. I mean, but okay.
You have more health than me, probably.
No. That is a
Misconception.
falsehood.
There we go. That's the one that I was looking for. Perfect. Awesome. So it's going to look directly at you, Corvus, who just hit them. And as it does, the eyes, where it's like this yellow with the bloodshot red, immediately cover over with red. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. That's a wisdom save?
Correct.
That's 14.
14. As you do, your eyes begin to fill up and you start to go blind. And as you do, you feel that aura of vitality, that this sense that you have, this almost like celestial figure start to fade. And you blink in your eyes, the light from your hair shifts to your eyes, and this burst of light comes forth as you break free of whatever this was going to be.
Okay.
It is then going to make a quick kind of arm attack as it reaches out toward you, Art.
Oh, goody.
And that's going to be a... Let me double check. A... What number is that again? 7? So a 13 to hit.
My fry pan says nope.
Awesome. So lashes out, you immediately kind of bring up the frying pan, and there's just a scrape of almost like these metal-like fingertips where it gives out this like chalkboardy kind of scratch and screech. Next, you watch as one of these harpies is starting to crawl out. It will drop, and it's going to immediately dart in between. It was going to kind of head toward Fenara, but it sees you there in its way, so it'll dart toward you, Eden, and as it does, it's going to like stay about 5 feet in the air above you, but it's going to rush out at you with these kind of claws extended, almost Wolverine style, and just screaming as it does.
Does it by chance pass by me or Phoenix?
No, this would be from one of the farther away ones. I'll let it happen soon. 18 to hit.
But yeah.
All right, so the first one is going to be... Oh, that's a different die. I had the wrong stat up. Oh no, that was the right number. 5 points of slashing damage as it cuts into your stomach. It's then going to come around with a second claw for a... oh wow, that was weird. 15 to hit.
Yep.
For
When things aren't switched around.
4 points of slashing damage as it slashes into you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Thank God for those temporary hit points right now.
You can see
Yeah.
You can see starting to crawl out some of the other ones now that this combat has started. These harpies are starting to make their way out. It looks like there's easily a little bit more than a half dozen of them on top of this larger creature in the center. Eden, it's your turn.
Having been slashed and owied, she will obviously be entering into like the whole, black eyes. Her nails begin to grow just a little bit longer, and you can begin to hear fluttering of tiny wings, as just this swarm of moths kind of apparates in front of Eden. It is a 10-foot radius, so that's 20 feet of moths. I would like it to be where it will hit both the one that got me and try to get Maven.
Oh, you can definitely do that. Yeah, and you could. I mean, it extends in every direction.
It's a sphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then, yeah, it would hit some of these. There would be, what's the save? Dexterity save.
So this is a dexterity save of, let me look here because it's been a while. 14 since I've used spells.
can you choose who's affected, or is it just everyone in that
Yeah,
area?
no, it's
anyone.
Yeah, allies are unaffected. Yeah, allies are
Cool.
unaffected.
Cool.
These are my moth babies.
I'm just saying,
cool.
how
Awesome.
mad are you at Corvus?
Yeah. Oh, good question. How mad are you? All right, Corvus. That did not
No,
make
we
any
need
sense.
Corvus.
I'm just
okay.
saying, if it happens, I'm ready.
The one in front of you is a wisdom
This is dexterity save.
or dexterity would be a 13. So the one in front of you fails. Maven is going to, let me double check one thing. Is going to have advantage on that. And that's going to be a 16, so that'll succeed. And then the
We'll
ones
still take half damage.
we'll still take still take half damage, and then the ones up top, they are all gonna have 3/4 cover because they're mostly in the like just hopping out of the
Yeah.
roost. I swear to God, Umbral Oculus, okay. Two of them failed, and one of them succeeded. I don't know fucking how, but it's cool. Oh wait, actually no, two of them succeed because total cover or 3/4 cover is +5. So two of them will succeed, one will fail. I was thinking
For
it was
those
+2
that
for a second.
fail, as this swarm of moths erupts out, that is 16 points of damage, so half. And every time they start their turn there, they re-roll the save. See if they take more owie. It's like Fireball, basically, but it's moths. And Eden will look dead center at Maven in Sylvan yet again. Like I said, their power is with me. As she just like, but like as she says it, there's almost like this male voice echoing it.
You watch the eyes go wide for a second.
And Eden just has her hand up, directing the moth BBs. And there's one on her shoulder that she has.
And the eyes like are just standing there like very, very like, oh shit, kind of. Not like in a scared way, but like, this is new. I did not expect that. You did take out a good number of the kind of crows and ravens that are up top as your moths start to kind of like intersect with them. And it's almost like a battle of its own in the sky where the moths or the ravens are fighting. But yeah, awesome. Cool. Two more of these harpies are going to fold down and are going to, if they start their turn in the space.
Yep.
Do all of them get advantage? No, they don't. Cool. That's a natural 20 and a dexterity. An 11. So one succeed, one failure.
So that is 10 points of piercing. So 5 for the one that succeeded.
Right. So you watch as two of these start to fall and crumple down and begin to rush toward you. One of them falls, but the other one is still in this very, very much of a craze. Is going to come at you with two more. Is going to come at you with this claw attack first. Mm-hmm. And since you're already
have to roll a con save.
Since you're already damaged, that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
What? Oh, yeah. I was like, what? So the claw is going to do, a whole whopping 2 points of damage. And then...
I succeed on that concentration check.
Yeah. And then it's going to kind of curl around and try to bite you in the throat. And that's going to be a 13 to hit. So that will miss. So as it comes around to bite, you manage to like shoot your arm up and kind of get right in the center of it, so it can't really clamp down. But that first one that falls and topples out starts to fly at you, and the moths just start gouging at it, and it is immediately just evaporated dead. Finara, you're up.
Fanara's like trying to like swat at these birds that are attacking her. I mean, she's now her dress is visibly ripped and she's kind of bleeding, and then she kind of pushes the crows aside, or the ravens, and she looks directly at Maven. I will not allow you to hurt my friends, and you will give me back my parent. And then in that moment, she's going to push forth with her hands. You see this light that resembles like a gush of waves, like a tidal wave that hits or tries to hit Maven, she's casting her guiding bolt. So it's really bright now in that space. And hopefully she hits. All right, and that is dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. And that is 20 points of damage to Maven.
Wow, 20. All right. Awesome. So as you hit, you immediately can kind of see these feathers kind of shoot to either side, and just, ah! As it's blasting across her chest, giving off this emanating glow of like, what color do you give off, or does it give off when it's done? Is it almost like a sea color, like a sea foam colory?
It is, yeah. It's like that. Very much. It resembles kind of the color scheme that usually Finn is usually wearing, and it leaves that that radiant energy around it, so that way everyone has now advantage.
Awesome.
On hitting this thing.
The Dusk Maven is going to use the legendary action at this point in time. Now, like, you could see, like, starting to show signs of being hurt, is going to look back at... I think very much it's still just eye and eye with Eden. Very much entranced in whatever
battle of Fae.
Yeah, whatever this kind of battle is, and like even though you just did massive amounts of damage to it, it wants to, like, you can see that it wants to get to you, Fenara, but like it's almost like that it's focusing on you, but then like you pull back the focus and Eden's just there like full battle rage monster mode, and so it's going to reach up its hand, and as it does, you see this like green crackling energy.
I do have one question.
Oh wait, you still have a bonus action and shit. I'm sorry. Do your thing.
I'm like, I'm not done
My
yet.
bad.
So Fenara is like really upset, but also too, I'm trying to figure out Eden. How much did Eden take for damage?
On a scale of 1 to 40, Eden's at like a 19.
In that case, Fenara, you'll see where it's like almost like there's a brighter energy that kind of like flickers in her eyes, and all of a sudden you will also feel like kind of like where it seems like that wave when it hit Maven kind of directs itself to you, giving you an extra boost of energy, and she's casting her version of healing word, which in Sylvan will
cast healing word, unfortunately, because you already cast.
I can't.
Nope, because guiding bolt is a leveled spell. You can't cast a level and a level. You can only cast a cantrip and a leveled spell. So
I always forget that rule.
So unfortunately, yeah. You're good. No worries. I do love it. I just am not gonna let it happen. I'm sorry.
No. It's something that sometimes I forget the.
No, you're good.
That whole thing. Yeah. That's fine.
And if you wanted to know on a scale of a quarter of my life.
Wait,
points,
but can you do that with
my life points.
If it's a second level?
No. So like any leveled spell,
it can't be second.
So
and first.
anything first or higher can't be stacked with another first or higher. Right, so you can cast a cantrip as an action and then a spell as a bonus action, or a spell as an action and then a cantrip as a bonus action. So you can't double up on leveled spells unless you go like dip into sorcerer and take some of those cool things that sorcerers
or
can do.
if you action surge, apparently.
or if you action surge. There you go. But yeah.
Copy.
But anything else you would like to do with your bonus action? I don't know.
No, because I don't have anything else.
Cool beans. All right. That case, do you want to move at all, or like hop around, get anywhere?
No, she's seething.
All right. So
I like that word.
This
seething.
green, I do too. That's a new. Nice. It's like not a new word, but it's like an old new word. This green crackling energy is going to dart out toward you, Eden, and does a. Oh damn, that's low. Plus 5. Oh, no, that'll hit. That's a 14. Oh, wait, nope, that's a 13, because 8 plus 5 is 13, not 14. So as it latches out, you're able... Do you still have your shield on?
Yeah.
You're able to bring your shield up and kind of deflect it, and you watch as this green, almost like necrotic energy spreads across it and starts to kill and decay parts of your shield. but no effect to you. Next is, let's see, one of these other two of these other harpies are going to drop down. One is going to flank next to you.
Did they drop into the sphere?
They were already in the sphere, so they will, and since they start their turn there, go ahead and roll your damage. One's a natural 16 and the other one's a natural 18, so they'll both only take half damage from it.
That means they take 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Awesome. So they're going to drop right down behind. One will drop behind Corvus. The other one will drop behind Art. They're both going to take 2 attacks at the two of you. First one on Art is going to be... Oh, shit, that's an 18. So 21 to hit.
For me?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For as this claw kind of, as it's dropping down, is trying to pierce into your shoulder, and it will pierce you for 3 points of damage. With that, it's going to try to come down around on the other side of your shoulder with a bite attack on you. And that is a natural fucking 20.
And just confirming it does not go past me or Phoenix.
No, these are like dropping. One is coming it down from the one side. I'll give you the one that's coming toward you coming from Phoenix, though. So I'll give you an attack of opportunity against that one if you'd like.
Because we are 5 feet above, just in case anything tries to drop.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack roll for that one. But the natural 20 will happen to Art for 6 points of additional piercing damage.
Ow!
22 to hit for attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that.
And since they're going that way, they're 5 feet of an ally.
They would have been flying kind of from the backside of Phoenix, so they wouldn't have passed toward Art.
All right.
So no sneak attack for that.
Damage. That'll be 6 to 8 points of slashing and 2 points of radiant.
Oh, yeah, this thing, as Phoenix stabs up into, or whips up into it, it wraps around and completely shatters. Oh, wait, hang on. Your whip, you did 19 points of... Oh, shit.
19 points of oh shit damage.
So the 2 points works. But when your whip connects, it would have been 19, 17. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you thought it would.
Even though it's magical?
Casting light on a weapon doesn't make it magical.
My whip was the rope of mending. It was the magical...
shit! Yeah. Fuck you. Yep, that works. Never mind. Cool.
My favorite GM reaction. Oh shit! Fuck you.
Crisis averted.
There's a reason I use that specific whip. Oh
my God,
daddy whip.
Why do I give the things to my players to be used against me? Just like hurting myself. No. Awesome. Cool. Those two drop down, go toward the two of you. Art, is now your turn. You're standing right in front of this creature.
I'm in between the creature and Maven, right?
You're in between. So Maven, you, and then behind you would be like Eden, Fanara, and Orca.
Got it, right. So, after just barely dodging that first claw attack and then taking some bites and scratches from these other ones, Art has a brief tinge of fear for the first time in forever. And as he is clumsily going around just trying to block and dodge these attacks, first of all, he makes a note out of the corner of his mind because, you know, obviously Art can think about 20 different things at the same time, and notes the fact that apparently he may have miscalculated something and perhaps Corvus is the angel amongst them this entire time. And I digress. The point being, as he's duck diving and wheeling around and trying to deal with this thing, he feels a metal thud against his one of his side pockets and remembers from the back of his mind a gift that our recently departed friend had bestowed upon him a little while back, and instantly out of his pocket grabs out a small dagger with a lion's head on the pommel of it and remembers his dear friend and has a brief surge of courage within him. We'll find you soon, Baron. And Art is going to take this dirk of daring and take a slash at our Maven-y friend.
Ooh, go for it. Yeah, 100%.
With advantage, right?
Oh right, you gave me advantage. That's right.
Yep, yeah, with advantage because of the guiding bolt, 100%.
That will be a 18 to hit.
An 18 does hit.
And Art has that brief thought in the back of his mind. Wait, I don't remember. Was this real or was this fantasy? I remember reading something about Fae and Iron that might have been a work of fiction. I don't remember. I don't know. We're gonna try this anyway. That'll be 5 points of. Is it piercing or slashing for a dagger? I don't remember.
Piercing for a dagger.
Piercing. That's right. So 5.
Awesome. Cool.
And it is technically a magical weapon, if that makes a difference.
It does. It does. Thank you. But yeah, no, you stab into it, and as you do, you watch and you pull the dagger out, and this kind of brackish black colored blood is covering it. Let's see. Anything else for your bonus action or movement?
Yes. So after taking that slash, oh, that actually worked. Okay. I don't like this. And Art is going to use his bonus action to disengage from this lovely shit sandwich that he wound up in the middle of.
Okay. Yeah, 100%, definitely.
I just wanted to be not in between two baddies.
Do you want to run back toward or Eden and Orca and Fenara, or do you want to kind of run opposite of them?
I'll run back towards my friends.
Okay, cool. After you, the 2 more of these harpies are gonna drop down. One is gonna rush toward you, Orca. Another one is going to rush toward you, Fenara. So you both will take 2 attacks. The first one on Orca is a 11, and the second one is a 14, which I don't think either of those hit. So as it rushes towards you, to shield up, you take a scratch, or you take the claw across it. The bite comes down, and you manage to block it. Toward you, Fenara, is going to be a 15 to hit. And then the second one is going to be a 19 to hit. All right.
Well, and y'all are behind me, right?
Yeah.
So y'all are not.
I felt like I was splayed out to the side from you, though, in my own.
Yeah, Orca would have been kind of like adjacent to you, but not like right up next to you.
I definitely am.
But then Fenara is
right.
right. Fenara's right behind you, and so it's like curling up and around you. And the ceilings are lofted a bit, so they're flying kind of over, swooping down. The claw toward you, Fenara, you manage to get your shield up, but as the claw comes in, it pulls down, and the head comes in to bite into like your like where your shield meets your arm, and you're gonna take a whole 2 points of piercing damage from that bite before it goes back up to you, Orchid.
All right, exciting. So how is Maven look?
Damage. Roll your damage for your thingy. For your moths there, Eden. They're both gonna succeed,
16.
but they both succeed, but they'll take half, so 8 to each.
So
cool.
8, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Go ahead, Orchid.
Okay,
Orca.
how is Maven looking?
Definitely beat up, but you can't quite tell. There's this layer of almost like half shadow feather kind of mix where it's like matted, and a lot of what you guys have been doing has been magical damage, so it's hard to really assess kind of bloodiness from that. But the stab wound that Art had given Maven did look pretty, like it hurt, like, you know, it hurt a bit.
Okay. So I want to like run up into Maven's face, shield up. I'm gonna take a swing.
Go for it.
At and what's the inspo? I got inspo, but I don't know.
Was it a D4 or was it a D20 or was it?
D20.
It was a D20. So an inspo you could re-roll. I treat it as like an inspiration, like a lucky die. So if you don't like your roll, you can use that D20 to re-roll.
All right, well, I like this roll. It is a 19. So I'm also going to empower this with a smite.
Ooh.
As I pull my great hammer. and I look up how the damage works for that.
For that, it would be a D8, and then smite would be for first level spell would be 2D8, I believe.
Sounds right to me. Okay, so 3D8. That was a D10. Ooh, okay, so the non-magical warhammer, that one does 8 damage, and then the smite damage is another 8 total.
Awesome. So as the hammer hits, you don't feel like the hammer itself really does all that much damage, but then you like release this, radiant, almost like feral, naturey, radiant energy. Ooh, there's something that's flew in my eye.
Oh no.
But energy from your warhammer, and as it surges out, it leaves this like scar across the side of Maven, and that is super effective. So while your hammer itself, not a whole lot, that definitely did it. Anything else for your? I think that smite eats up. No, you got a bonus action still.
Yeah. This isn't exactly a bonus action, but what I would like to do is try and intimidate Maven and say, "You need to call off your harpies and leave. We will defend ourselves."
All right. I'll give you a try to inspo from that. Oh, also you will take an attack of opportunity from the harpy that was on you.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Which 16, 19 to hit. 19 total.
19 will hit.
For 3 points of piercing.
Okay. I wasn't very intimidating. I was like a no. I mean, there's a 10, but
cool.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
Cool.
You've already spent too much time with the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. No.
I mean, she's also just very scary in her own right.
She is going to look at you as I spend a second legendary action for her, and say, "Why don't you stay right where you are?" And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. That is an 18 to save.
God damn it. Y'all are wisdom-y.
We are.
It's like, I just, whatever. Fine. So you start to feel your body lock up as she says this. And you feel this surge of warmth as, like, what remained from your channel divinity, like the vines that remained from your channel divinity kind of coil around, like, your ankle and revitalize you, and you're able to break free of whatever spell Maven was trying to cast on you. Awesome. That's the end of your turn. Corvus, it is your turn. You're muted.
All right, so I'm going to do something no one expects Corvus to do. I'm going to attack again.
I'm going to attack. Go for it.
But to add the flair, Corvus will remain unmoving and will attack from the Phoenix's position because reasons.
Yeah, do it.
Dice be nice. Dirty 20 to hit.
A dirty 20 will 100% hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And yeah, you get sneak attack to that.
Yay! That's going to be... Oh my god, I forgot how math works. 11 points of slashing and 2 points of radiant.
2 points of radiant. Awesome. Cool. Awesome. You, as the whip lashes out and wraps around it and tightens, you can see like another kind of like as this brackish color liquid is coming out of Maven's mouth now as the chain tightens and begins to like puncture and pierce into her stomach. Awesome. Anything is your bonus action?
No, that is the extent of what I can do right now.
Hell yeah. Awesome. At the 20 mark, Maven is going to reach up and then like pull down, and as she does, you watch as the crows and ravens spiral once, spiral twice, spiral 3, and as they do, they start making their way around her as she is now coated and covered in this like almost barrier of crows and ravens. That's the layer action. There we go. Awesome. And then I forgot the word. And then for the Maven's turn, she is going to hold out a hand toward you, Eden. What's your spell save DC? 14?
14. Just let me get one more hit on her.
As she does that, as she holds out her hand, you hear.
Hang on, is she making? Can I impose disadvantage on her because I have a shield protection?
What's a shield of protection? What's a shield of protection do?
Or not the shield of protection. My fighting style. If someone I'm fighting with in 5 feet of me tries to target someone else, I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage.
I don't know attack rolls, right?
I think it's on the attack roll. Yep, this is unfortunately not an attack. So as she reaches out her hand,
they have a lot more sway than I thought they did.
However, and her hand flares, and you watch as this like black mist, and almost like cold energy begins to wash over you, and she dispels your moths, and the moths go and disappear. Good. And then is going to take her hand and swipe across and attack at Orca with her claw. Shit, that's cocked. That's a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Damn. So the almost like kind of like haphazardly, like just not even really thinking about it, scrapes across, catches the shield, and like turns it away a little bit, but not enough to really penetrate or do anything. 2 harpies. Let's see. These were the ones that dropped down on. I think one went to Eden. The other one. I think that was no. It was only one. It went to Eden. There's still one on you, Eden. So it's going to make an attack roll against you, biting out at you for a 13.
That misses, miss. Yeah.
And then claw, or did I say bite already? No. Claw, bite out at you now for that's a 4. So for a total of 7. So it tries to swipe and bite in like this ferocious frenzy, and you're just managing shield up, swiping, catching it where you can, keeping this thing at bay from you, or at bay. It is now your turn.
Okay, I have to look this spell up because it's been a while. What do I want to do? Okay. I've got a couple of options here. We're gonna do this one. So, as like Maven lady says some ish, and all of her moths like disintegrate, you can see Eden like start to cry a little bit, and there's like little black tears, because those are little moth babies. And then she will begin to utter something in Sylvan, and there's like this deep male echo as she says something that echoes like through the room, and I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers.
Oh.
And I need her to make a wisdom saving throw, which I'm sure she'll do.
Wisdom save is gonna be 14 on the die plus some things.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, plus a couple. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll save.
Yep.
So it'll take half damage.
But it was a thing that I wanted to do. Hey, that's good. That's really nice. That's 16 points. So half 8
to 8
points of soul.
Damn. Okay. You got it. You did a thing.
And it basically just says, I will, like in Sylvan, she just says, I'll show you the wrath of the unhallowed.
And as it rings, you can see now like blood starting to well around the sides of the eyes, coming out of the ears a bit. She is looking pretty haggard and pretty rough at this point. And is going to Do me a favor. Roll an intimidation check at this point.
I got a 19. Can I use strength instead? Do you have that option?
I'm gonna say since it was verbal, I'm gonna make it charisma. Like you're using an otherworldly being. I don't know how that's really using your strength. I'll let you.
18.
All right, 18. Listen, that's fine. You watch as her eyes begin to kind of dart around the room frantically. You know, even though you can barely kind of tell with these with the constant turning of these crows and ravens around her, she's looking for a way out. She's looking like she's trying to run, and she's looking like she's going to try to get out of Dodge if she has the opportunity. After you, I think one of those is dead. This guy is against... Yeah, so one of those is dead, but the other harpy that is on... I think you had 2 harpies on you, if I recall. The other one that's on you is going to make a bite and a claw attack at you, Eden. The first one being a 21.
Yeah.
For 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Coming in with the bite. Let's change up the dice. Give me something good. A 17 to hit for 5 points of damage as it claws and bites into you. And then in a brief moment, legendary action, the ravens are going to continue to swarm and almost lift as the form of the Dusk Maven begins to kind of coalesce almost like that weird how Dracula or Strahd turns into a bunch of bats is starting to look like that as it's shifting and moving out of the space where Orca and Corvus are. So it's going to try to move and try to leave. So the two of you can take attacks of opportunity on it if you would like. It's going to be a little bit harder because it has the cover of the additional crows and ravens. But you guys definitely can do that if you want to.
I'll take it.
Worth a shot.
So is it a disadvantage or just a higher?
No,
AC?
it'll just be a higher AC to hit.
I'm going to use the inspiration. That's a 21 to hit.
And that is a 21 to hit for me as well.
All right. Well, D'Angelo didn't intend for me to use it like this, but D'Angelo gave me an inspiration, and I'm going to make Corvus. I'm going to make you reroll, please.
Okay, that's fair.
And take this new number. Fuck! If it's a natural 20, I'm gonna.
I wish.
Wouldn't that just be great?
So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
A 19 just misses. 21 will hit. Had three quarters cover because of the ravens, and was shifting and turning into the ravens. Cool. Fuck yeah. Thank you, D. I love you.
Now, is it full 3/4 cover from all directions?
Correct, because the ravens are spinning and spiraling around the body as it's moving and shifting and getting the hell out of Dodge. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
so you would hit some of those and definitely kill some of the ravens, but you're not getting a shot on the Maven.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm out of spell slots, and I think I just I get a blow, but I rolled a 1 on my damage plus 3 is 4. It's a non-magical weapon, so.
Listen, you smack and you feel it connect in that last little moment where the body is still one before it starts to dissipate and shoot into multiple different ravens, and you get a solid thwack in there, enough to hear a little bit of a crack of a bone, and then as a flood of black feathered birds shoot out of the cavern and up into the sky. The other harpies are there for a moment, and they look around. We're still on initiative. They haven't kind of have and recognize that the one that they're in charge of, or is in charge of them, is still kind of there and in combat, or just left, but they are still very much in this, like, oh shit, like this person just left us here.
How far did she get to move?
Good question. Let me double check. That is
10 feet, right? Just like 10 feet, maybe 5.
No, they shoot out and then over this little overhang, this like overhang shelf cliff that hangs out of the cave. So probably like a good 40-ish feet, give or take.
40 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say 40 feet. Because they would have used some of that to kind of get higher up, but not high enough for you guys not to really get to. Yeah. Cool. Harpy that's on Art, or the Harpy that was on Art, is going to move and shift and attack him. Still in this blood frenzy, Art's going to get a claw. Which is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For, what's that, 2 points of damage. And then another one from the bite. That's a 17 to hit.
That will also hit.
For... Come on, be better. Nice. 5 points of damage as it bites into your shoulder. And, like, so, like, these ones are definitely, like, full blood frenzy. Now they're starting to, like, they smell the blood in the air, and they're kind of, they look back at the Dusk Maven and are like, why are you running? There's food here. As this one swarms toward Art, Fenara, it is your turn. You have one that's currently on you. You have one that's over by Art. A couple that are on your friend Eden. I think one more that's kind of hanging out by itself, looking like it's going to head back over to where Orchid and Corvus are.
Okay, so would it be? I'm trying to remember as far as the like a disadvantage for like how far is this Harpy from me, like, or like near me?
The ones that are fighting you are about 5, like they're in that 5-foot melee range of you. Even though they're like floating and like flying, like hovering in the air, they're still hovering in the air above you.
Okay, because if I use my crossbow, I pretty much have a disadvantage for how close they are.
That would be disadvantage for your crossbow, correct?
Yeah, so I instead, if Art is further enough away from me, I'm going to target his Harpy with my crossbow.
Do it, 100%. Yeah, that would work.
Okay. And because she's seething, that was like a 26 to hit.
Oof.
She is upset.
Yeah, that will hurt.
Let me do the damage here.
Yo, what up, Valora Studios? Thank you for the raids, friend. Our friends, welcome to the Red Hare Inn. We're currently in the midst of a Harpy battle here on the Ecriom Expeditions, where the party found the lair of a pretty wicked Harpy called the Dusk Maven. So we're doing that. This is our bi-weekly kind of main campaign that we play here at the Red Hare Inn, DM'd by myself, Logan, and these wonderful players that you see before you. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the raid. 6 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just completely seething with anger. You shoot your crossbow out, and Art, as this thing's like clamping onto your shoulder, it hits right kind of where the shoulder and the neck meet and comes tumbling off your body onto the ground in front of you. You turn around and you can see the Fenara crossbow still up and in hand, aiming in your direction. At that point, anything else for your bonus action? No. Cool. Awesome. Then the two that came in, the one on Orchid, or the one that was on Orchid kind of back off to the side, is going to... Where's the smell of blood come from? Yo, Eden. Give me a number between 1 and whatever your max HP is. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna roll. Do you want heads or tails? You want heads or tails, Eden?
Actually, no, 11.
11? Oh, cool. You want heads or tails?
Pinche madre, wait. That's gonna go heads.
Heads? All right. It was cocked. It was like landing. It was sitting like this on my hand because I caught it like that, so I had to let it fall. But heads. So that one will rush toward you. Take a claw attack at you.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled 2 5s. So the claw attack will miss, but then it's going to come into your shoulder and take a bite attack. And that's going to be a 16 on the die and a 13 on the die. So 16 plus 3, 19 to hit for... Stay in the damn dice tray. What's that, 4? For 5 points of piercing damage. The one on Fenara is still going to stay on Fenara. Fenara, have you taken damage yet?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I just had really, it was just prophetic because now.
I don't like that. No. Stop. Boop. I felt that's how I stopped Eden from doing things. But the first one is that it's going to make a claw attack on you as it kind of shifts a little. That's going to be a 14 to hit, so that'll miss. Kind of rakes across the back of your armor. And then it's going to try to take a bite attack at your arm. And that is a... What's this other one? Another 14. So both of those miss as it like tries to bite and you like pull the shield back at the last moment and jam it into the mouth as it's trying to close around it. Let's see, where are we at that point? Art, it's your turn.
So, kind of has that brief little moment of, oh, what? As the one in front of him goes down, sees that the bolt came from Fenara. Thank you! And I'm going to see the harpy that's flying over near her, and I'm going to go ahead and reach into one of my pockets. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and crank up the gear on a lovely little duck contraption, and I'm going to throw it in the direction of that harpy.
Okay.
Does a, math is hard, does a 14 hit?
Let me double check. Yeah, 14 hits.
Boom!
Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
It flies on over towards them and unfortunately has a little oh, never mind, I misread that. That's a much bigger number than I thought. Cool. So apparently I had the formula just right on this one. Is the okay, hang on. First of all, is the harpy a medium or larger creature?
Correct.
Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my fury to the small on this. Fury of the smallness, so an additional +2 damage. So with a 9 on the die, that's going to be 11 fiery explosion as the duck.
Oh, are you using? You're using the
explodes
old.
In their face.
You're using the old fury or the small?
No, this is the new one.
Oh, is that the
+2.
new? Oh, okay. I forgot whether. Oh, yep, you're right. Never mind, because it's a.
So +2 on plus a 9 on the die makes 11 total.
It gets plus proficiency bonus.
Yeah, it's plus proficiency
Correct.
bonus, and then you can use it a number of times per long rest or something like that.
I think it's 2 times. So it's basically the amount is smaller, but I can use it more often.
More often, yeah. Cool, awesome. So you said that was total again.
11 fire damage.
Oh, 11 fire damage
from ducky explosion.
As the fire as it quacks and then lets up, you hear this painful and shrill shriek as this harpy is lit aflame and falls to the ground dead. And that was the one over on
noted. That
Fenara.
Formula is successful.
That was the one over on Fenara, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So Fenara, you're now kind of freed up there. Don't have any around.
Thank you, Art.
No problem. Are there any other harpies that are like close to me, or are we like?
From you, no, you're good. None came and engaged with you. I think the closest one would be over on. I believe there's one on Orca.
Great. Then I'll be good then. I'll hang tight.
Yeah. Yeah, there's none that's immediate distance. But as we go back up to the top, Orca, it is your turn.
Okay, and you said there's one right next to me?
Yeah, there's one that would be right behind you. Yeah, that would have came up right behind you.
All right, cool. I just turn around and slam with my hammer.
Do it.
Okay, finally, my luck is turning. Yeah, I'll use that info now. For a natural 20!
Hey! All right, go ahead. Double die.
Oh,
Hit it up.
and because I'm an orc and I have a racial feat about being savage, I get an extra die. Okay. I get to reroll one of the dice for extra damage. Okay. Wait, D8s. Double D8s. Okay, that's a 6, a 3, and one more, and another 3. So that is 12 bludgeoning damage.
12 bludgeoning damage. As you turn and swing up at this creature, you hit it square in the jaw and just watch as the jaw cracks. And then the body body and neck kind of flip backward as it's trying to fly. The wings just go limp and the body just comes crashing to the ground behind you. Dead.
Is there anybody? Eden looks extremely hurt, so I'm gonna run over to Eden's side. I can't do anything this turn, but I'm on standby for when I can lay on hands. And also, possibly try and interject if someone tries to attack.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Corvus.
40 feet away, right?
Correct.
Corvus will, like, in a, stereotypical anime style, crouch and burst forward, flying the 30 feet that I can go. Will
Okay.
re-manifest Phoenix 15 feet away, meaning right behind the harpy that's trying to run away.
Okay.
And I will use my whip, which has reach, to attack. I am not letting her get away.
All right, go for it.
Dice be nice. And if not, I'll use my inspiration to make it roll twice. Okay, so plus 4, 22.
22 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Not going to be a lot, but I'm angry, so 5 slashing, 2 radiant.
You slash through and you watch as a significant chunk of the crows and ravens surrounding what is kind of now reapparating form of the Dusk Maven. It connects and hits and begins to wind, and it pulls again, like as you pull to kind of get your chain back. She is looking very rough at this point, like mid-air, kind of floating down to the very, very edge of this precipice, and is like very haggard, hunched over, breathing very heavily, and is looking extremely rough in this moment, almost on death's door.
Would I be able to determine if, based on what I've seen so far, if silver would be sufficient against her, or if that still wouldn't make a difference on a weapon?
Since your whip is magical, you would kind of have that same vibe of like, so it doesn't matter if it's silvered or magical, it counteracts whatever effect is happening. You definitely can identify that, like you saw how the warhammer hit it, and your whip is definitely doing its full the full damage it's capable of, 100%. This thing just has a lot of hit points, and you guys have whittled it down really, really well, but it's on, like, I think I'll tell you when it's dead. I'll tell you how much you had it to when it's dead.
That is it. That's all I can do.
Awesome. So as you pull the whip back, it's going to send, you watch as it pulls the last remaining bit it has, and is going to get out. And as it shoots, it's going to shoot out the ravens at you. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dice be nice, please. Oh, dice were not nice. That's a 6.
A 6. You're going to take 9 points of piercing damage. And then you watch as like blood in like this brackish color liquid and blood coming out of the ears and eyes is gonna glare at you. Her eyes bounce back over with this red color, and I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
All right, nice. Come on.
She should probably get that looked at.
To do natural 20 on the die.
Natural 20. Fuck you. This is so cool. Just let me
So
do it.
23.
Just let me do it. Somebody give me another inspo. Somebody give me another inspo. No. Okay, fine. 23. You save. You start to feel your body lock up again and almost go cold to the touch. But again, that warmth, that radiant warmth just kind of coursing through you is what is keeping you going, keeping you alive. Awesome. Yeah. After you... Fuck, where are we at? Sorry. Lost track for a second. This is what happens when you're running a big combat. As that happens, the first one that's on you, Eden, is going to attempt to make a swing at you.
Can I try and impose disadvantage on this thing since I did run over to Eden to try and...
Yep, 100%. So this will be at disadvantage, and since they were already at advantage, this will be a straight roll, which is going to be a 17 to hit. So that'll be a total of 2 points of slashing damage. Does that... Okay, hang on. Now I want to know how this works. Is it just for a attack, or is it for all of their attacks? Let me look. What's that? Is that your feat that you took, or that's your fighting style? You can use your reaction.
I think you're muted, Orca.
While wielding a shield and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on an attack roll.
Cool. Awesome.
On the attack roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it had been that specific one, not all of them. So then the bite attack that comes next. Actually, you know what? It's going to get pissed off at you, and it's going to bite you. I like that idea. You've been hurt. You've been hit already, right? Or are you still at full HP?
No, I've been hit.
All right.
I didn't go into this combat with full HP because
Cool.
I haven't rested since.
So then advantage against you is going to be an 18 to hit.
That means...
That meets it, beats it for 2 points of piercing damage as it bites into your shoulder. That one is good. Eden, your turn.
Okay. Eden is crying again.
Stop. No, I feel bad. No, I don't.
Don't know what she wants to do. She kind of wants to run away, so I'm gonna flip my die to see, because Eden doesn't do this, y'all. So Logan, heads or tails? I can flip this.
Fuck. I'm gonna say heads because I really like the heads on the Umbraloculus stuff. No, it's not.
Eden will just turn and try to run away from the harpies that keep mauling her because she does not know what else to do. She has never in her life been this bad.
So you're gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity with advantage. Just confirming.
That's
what you want to do. I'm just blanket statement confirming. You heard it here.
That's what Eden would do. That's what she has done before. That's what she do. She did not pack her healing spells.
Thank you. I wish, I love Brendan Lee Mulligan, so I'm going to do this because I feel like this is what Brendan would do in this moment. But I also don't, that's what I need to do. I need to set up a second camera for dice. Oh, you can't even see him. So what the fuck was the point of that?
It sees shit.
I'll believe what you read.
The first one, so I was a 14 and a 16, so that'll be a 19 to hit. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna roll both. I'll roll both of them at the same time, since they both. And the next one is a 19 for a 22. Mm-hmm. So combined from the 2 is gonna be 7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, so Eden turns to run. And as she turns to run, they slash behind her and she drops to the ground.
And the two slash in. She doesn't fall. The hands stay in either of her side, as the two now look like they have something that they want to carry away. Cool. They're gonna attempt to fly away. So people in melee range, which would be Orca and Finara, you guys can each take a swing at your respective ones with a melee weapon. They both are both.
You only get one reaction per round, though.
Oh
right?
shit! Yeah, you only get one reaction per round. So yeah, those would. But yeah, Finara can definitely swing at the one that's closest to her.
Can I?
That would be with your dagger. It wouldn't be with your.
I signed up for going down, not becoming a hostage. Okay, that was.
Well, listen.
Like I accepted my fate with Eden being a baby, but not that part.
Listen, it's fine. Your friend, you got four other people here. You're good.
That's true. Corvus will totally save.
That is for sure 21 to hit. I just have to try to
well, and both of them were damaged from your moth, so it's not like you guys just have neglected to hurt them more than the moths had done to them.
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Basically, Finara just slices across.
As you slice,
she pulls away her crossbow to try to take the dagger from her thigh, lifting up her skirt and then slicing.
As you do, and you slice across, it slices across the top of the back and rips off one of the wings. The thing pulls, the hand kind of pulls and fumbles out of Eden, and falls to the ground limp and dead. So one is down. The other one, because of this, let's get the rest of Eden falls out of its hands. It doesn't have quite enough a good enough grip on Eden's body to be able to hold on to it on its own. So it is definitely it gets another 5 or 10 feet, but then Eden, it kind of just it just falls off.
Okay.
Or she falls off of its claws. Shit. I was like, wait. I was like, cool, combat's over. No, it's not. Finara, it would be your turn at that point.
In that moment, obviously seeing the state that her friend is in, she's gonna focus after slicing this harpy that she sees taking away her friend. She's going to kind of turn in that direction, and in Sylvan, she's going to try to remember the word for heal. So she's doing healing word as her bonus action at 2nd level.
Ooh.
So it will be 2d4 plus 4.
There you go. Go and do it. Oh, I could be a jerk right now. I'm not going to.
If you want to, you can, I guess. But...
Oh, I can't. You're getting okay. Cool.
I mean,
yeah, Maven is.
And why I say that is because I want you to use your last legendary action. So please,
I'm not
make my day.
Using a legendary action. I'm going to use a reaction. She's well within 60 feet. She's going to use counterspell to automatically not let it happen.
That's fine.
But now she doesn't have a reaction, so that's also good. Also, I love this. I love seeing you so angry. It's great. I don't know. It's a great.
Yeah, Finara is really upset. So she's upset by obviously what just happened. Hold on, let me see. Okay, hold on.
I'm ready to see full on the Ladriel.
Oh my god. That would be scary as shit. That would be dope, though.
Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, I can't do it.
Okay,
because I can't use my channel divinity at this point. Because I already used the bonus action.
You can still use channel divinity unless it's a bonus action.
Let's see. Which one are you doing?
I have Balm of Peace, so I can move within range to get to Eden. To still heal her.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because that's an action. That's an action. You can definitely do that. So you go and you start to say the word for heal, and as you do, you see the head and the eyes, these bloodshot eyes, dart toward you, and all you hear again in Sylvan is no, and it just the radiant energy in your hand that would have began to extend and illuminate around Eden just disperses, and instead you just walk up. look her dead in
You
the
will
eye.
not hurt my friend. And then basically she's going to, again, it's like she's placing her hands over Eden when she moves within range. And it has that light energy that resembles that of the ocean. And it waves over Eden's body for that. Now it's 2d6 plus 4. So now it's like in your face.
Yeah. I like it.
And that is for that's for 12 points
For
of healing.
12. Wow. Good for you. That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm happy. I love when things work out like that. That's great. Not mad at all. Cool. Awesome. No, I'm not really mad. That's actually great. I love it. Cool. That one's dead. Art. Your turn.
So what's left right now? We have the one harpy that tried to carry Eden, and then we have Maven.
There's one on... Nope, that one's dead. There's one that tried to carry away Eden and Maven that are left. Correct.
How close to each other are they?
Not very close. Like a
Not
good...
at all. Okay.
Probably like
Kill
a
Maven.
good, like 40 feet. From
Great.
you, Maven is about 50-ish feet.
Kill Maven, caw.
Yes, great.
Kaka, don't kill Maven. Kaka. Let her
Kaka, don't
live.
kill Maven, Kaka.
Kaka. Maybe the
Caw,
DM will
fuck that
give you...
bitch, caw.
Maybe if you
Uh-huh.
maybe if you let Maven live, Art, the DM will give you one level. Kaka.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that anyways, caw.
No, but Art, having seen everything that went down with Eden, is gonna Eden. Oh no! And is gonna run over in that direction. And as he's doing so, basically gonna reach into his pocket, dropping little scraps of. There's like a banana peel that goes out this way, a dirty sock that goes out this way, and a couple of gears and cogs before finally he finds another duck that manages to come out, trying to run and not trip at the same time as he cranks it up, and then looks right dead-eye at the harpy that tried to carry Eden away and chucks it over in that direction.
Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Eek, that's not so good. How's a 12?
A 12 surprisingly hits.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
no,
God.
these things are. I mean, they're. They're pretty much naked. With like more of like feathery like nakedness rather than like naked.
So Art's throw apparently flying true. There was a little bit of irritation and a slight tinge of anger that flew into this one as well. So we're going to use our second fairy of the small.
Oh
against,
shit! Okay.
This lovely harpy.
Oh God, does that mean that Maven was naked too? Because she's really old. That means her arm was
no,
the
no, no,
only
no,
thing
no,
dragging
no,
the
she-
floor.
Oh.
Oh God.
No, she wasn't naked. She was fine because she technically wasn't a harpy. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking, oh god damn it. Oh, lady. Alright, guys, that's the stream. Thanks for watching. Also, hi, Blackwater D&D. Thanks for coming into Naked Old Lady Harpy thing.
So sorry.
I'm so embarrassed for myself.
You're
these are-
welcome, Logan. This is why you love me. Admit it, please.
Beth, come pick me up. These people are scaring me.
I like that Beth is mom. Okay.
In either case, that is 8 fire damage of ducky explosiveness.
8 fire damage yet again. You just and light this harpy on fire. Blaze of arcane or not arcane, technological brilliance as you light them aflame. They let out a couple last screams as they kind of float and move and like try to fly away before crashing to the ground. And all that is left, Orca at the top of the round, you looking out toward the precipice where you can see this crone This old woman, tall, slender, broken, disfigured, almost like at this point realizing their fate, stand up a little bit more upright. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't have much that works at range. I think I have a javelin. But I think
Kill them.
I don't. I mean, I ran. Okay, so has Eden opened their eyes?
If you look back, yeah, Eden's been healed. I mean, unless Eden doesn't want to open up her eyes. I'll let Eden make that decision.
As soon as Eden would have been healed, Eden would like shoot up, see Finara, and is still like bawling at this point, and just like hugs Finn, and is that's that.
Okay, yeah, so you can see Eden up and moving.
I think what I'm gonna do is just take a protective stance in front of this group and stare dead in the eyes at this old woman and hold an action for if she comes closer.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Corvus.
Corvus is going to close
Attack.
the distance. Closing the distance will swap from the whip to the silvered short sword that I acquired recently.
Okay.
Knowing that it works similarly, will then go for the attack, as one does.
Hell yeah, do it.
Dice be nice. Don't make me roll twice.
Do it. Make him roll twice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Umbraloculus.
It's a 19. Does a 19 hit?
I didn't read it.
Kill.
Yeah, it had 19 hits. I don't
Kill
know if I can
them,
throw it out.
Raven.
But yes, a 19 hits.
No sneak attack, but it's fine. That's going to be 6 points of slashing plus 2 points of radiant.
Hey, Corvy. Can you paint me a word picture, please?
So as Corvus flies forward, radiant light will, as and necessary, fly faster than normal, seemingly as the streak of light dashes forward. And as that happens, Phoenix seems to scatter around them as echoes of Corvus dashes through, slicing over and over and over, as if this battle has happened before in many ways and always ended in the same pattern of flying through and slashing, as this Phoenix reborn, cuts, reborn, cuts, until all the beams of light seem to have pierced this individual. And as Corvus finally turns to look, the light shines, shimmers in this divine light for a moment, as this metallic shard seemed to fly around the explosion.
In that last kind of burst and boom, the body almost of this creature almost obliterated. It lets out a gasp. What languages do you know, Corvus?
Corvus knows Elvish, Orcish, Common. These can't. Corvus also knows, but does not know that he knows 2 more languages.
Privately DM me those 2, please.
Okay.
Finara, what are the ones you know without learning? Like that you haven't been learning?
Elvish, Goblin, Halfling, Dwarvish, and obviously Common.
Okay, none of those. Cool. And then Eden, what's your passive perception? I don't know if mine's updated or not.
My passive is only a 16.
Only a 16? Okay, then never mind.
Wait, but with Finara, because Finara's is like insanely high.
So Finara and Corvus, only because the 2 of you have in amazingly high passive perceptions, but also because the 2 of you both like, or no, because Corvus is close enough and you have an amazingly high perception. You hear the word Duath Unandan, which I will spell in chat.
That'd be great. So I spelled all the words incorrectly.
Yeah, I was like,
She was Gray Maven up until I was corrected, so.
Nope.
Oh yeah, there was no way I was gonna spell that
I spelled it so wrong.
right. Woo!
Quick, somebody say it to Eden.
Sorry, the second word, I didn't finish the second word, but Duoth Ananan.
Quick, somebody say it to Eden.
Is that at all familiar to Corvus in any way, shape, or form?
Not with any of the
What?
languages. You don't
What?
you don't
Like she's saying it standard really,
make a
really wrong.
make a fucking performance check, please. No.
Wait, I will. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, let's make a in that moment, let's make a performance check to see how quickly you can
With her accent.
can hear and repeat, because like you're hearing it, like that's the last little bit of whispers that you're hearing.
15?
right. And I'd like to do a stretch if I can. So, Phoenix has lived many lives, which means in different lives, there are different languages that needed to be learned for different circumstances. Is it possible to tap into any of those languages to recognize this word?
I just want to know if I understand what the hell Finara just said.
With a 15, you can't.
I mean, I'll roll for it. I'll fucking roll for it.
Well, you know what? You need to make an insight check against her performance roll. So if it's
Okay.
lower than 15, you don't understand it. If it's higher than 15, you can.
Shot in the dark. Would it be even remotely possible that Art would understand it?
What languages does Art know?
Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish, and Goblin.
No, none of those.
It-
Corvus.
19 plus 6.
Well, fuck you.
Ooh.
What you get from that is the winter night.
Night, like nighttime?
Well, not you, Corvus. Eden, what you would understand. Corvus, roll me a D100. We'll do it. We'll do a good old Senate 51 for this one. See what happens.
Wait, not twice. Just once. Oh god, my dice are...
They're revolting. They don't want you to have this. They don't want you to do this.
It's 66.
And you would also,
Aw.
very momentarily, as you burst into this creature, and it lets out this, your echo comes and whispers in your ear that same thing. Winter's night.
Like nighttime.
Like night, yeah, N-I-G-H-T, night. No idea what it means. Like literally is no fucking thing. But yeah.
I know
Doesn't
what
make any fucking sense to Eden.
Man,
I mean, I doubt it. It's a stretch. I will roll if you want me to.
In this
but-
moment of Eden, literally just getting yeeted and then coming back to life all within 6 seconds.
yeeted, then
you're
gone,
like,
yeah.
You're like yeeted and unyeeted at the same time.
And the only reason why she heard probably Finara
That
is
is
because she was holding.
Yeah,
she was
and it was because
holding
you're,
her.
and I think Finara was more of just saying it, like trying to repeat it so Finara could
Like, what
accurately,
the
accurately process what she just heard. But in this moment, no, absolutely nothing. Corvus, as you're standing there, you notice after you've killed. Ooh, excuse me, jeez. After you've destroyed the Dusk Maven, you're still in your celestial form, right? Your wings outstretched, you're still kind of hovering, and you're hovering out over, like, in open air. And as you take a step back and fall onto the platform, or like step down onto the platform, you look down, and way down there, but you have a passive perception of fucking a billion. So way down at the bottom of the cliffside, you can see there a splayed out and dead body of a harpy, and next to it a little red hair little halfling who's like looking up and like just watch this burst of energy and light.
I thought you done did something else. I was
He's also dead.
If you would have said that, oh my god.
Perrin got Gwen Stacy'd for sure. Sorry.
No.
The harpy couldn't save him. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. Renee's not here to defend Perrin like that. Spoilers, the movie's been out for like almost a decade. If you haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man, whichever one it is, you definitely should have watched it by now. Unless it happens in a movie that I haven't seen yet, and I'm spoiling that too. But anyway.
So he's at the
He's
bottom.
all the way. He's like back on the beach where you guys had kind of started, and all you can hear up like very, very faintly is meet you down the way. And like his like way, like you like are barely. He can only like he can vocalize his he can vocalize his voice. He can create a big enough sound with his voice, or a loud enough sound with his voice. Yeah, listen, I am not I'm a social studies teacher. I'm a factor, not a worder. And even sometimes my facts are words that I can't word properly. So there's that. That's a fact. But yeah, so you can hear him kind of pointing down the beach back toward the way that you guys had originally kind of come from. And he just kind of moves, starts walking toward that way. You guys are in this chamber. Eden is back up, being held by Finara. You guys are out of combat at this point. What would you like to do?
Corvus actually determining how he deals with hunting all kinds of bounties and monsters. There's loot somewhere.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Sure.
Not a passive investigation.
There's loot somewhere. You said so yourself. You just got to find it.
That is +2. That'll be a 24.
Sorry. Blackwater, Dell, Barovic. You can find the link in the link that I just did. A 24, you said?
Yes.
You find a couple crates and barrels. Like the crates and barrels that are there, you start to look at them more thoroughly. They're mostly, from what you can tell, a little bit of food stock, but not much. And as you start digging under, it looks as if most of that has rotted and worn. But as you're moving through and moving boxes around, you can see a chest, probably about 1.5 feet by like 6 or 7 inches wide, with that looks closed. The latch is down on it, but no lock on it.
Obviously, I'm investigating further.
Go ahead, if you would like. It's a mimic. No.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a mimic. I rolled 17 again. 24.
24. You go to check. Doesn't seem trapped. And you go to kind of play with where the flap is to open it up, right? The spot to open it up, and it doesn't budge. It's locked, but there isn't a lock on it.
And this is like a chest type thing?
Yeah, it's like a almost like you know the chests that you put like jewelry in, like the actual like chest looking chests. Like yeah, it's kind of like that, where it's like probably about that wide, by like that wide.
Not mine, is it?
It's yours?
No.
Is it heavy?
No, it's made of like some sort of copper or brass. It's not particularly heavy that you can tell. No, maybe like about 4 or 5 pounds.
Well, if you can't loot the chest, you take the chest as loot. So I'll take the chest.
Awesome. If you guys take the next kind of handful of minutes to, I guess, are you going to look in the nests at all?
I guess, well, in the meantime, like in the immediate aftermath of this combat, I guess, well, Corvus is off doing that. We have crying Eden and
Yeah.
Finara and Orca standing right
Now,
there.
I will say that
Art
in
ran up
hearing
to that as well.
Yeah.
in hearing Perrin, and like if we saw him kind of rush off in that direction, or no?
Only
we did not.
Only Corvus did in that.
Corvus landed and was like, loot. No conversation at all.
Okay.
Priorities.
Yeah. Yeah, you have no
I
idea.
Simply yeah,
Orca.
like,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
I mean, Orca would try to like reach out to Eden, like put a gentle, large hand on Eden's shoulder and be like, "It's over. You're okay now. It's gonna be okay." And then with that, I'm gonna give you 5 more points of health back.
You didn't save me.
What?
Nothing. Finn,
Let's go find her parents'
Why
voice.
did you say that?
What?
You said something about the winter's night, or the winter. It
Oh,
was a little.
it's what I heard after Maven.
We really have to work on your your enunciations, but it was a word.
Oh, so I got it right this time.
Mostly, it's kind of like if I were trying to talk like you, but I made the words really long.
I'm sorry. I mean, also too, I'm really stressed out because I was worried. It seems like Perrin, he's alive, so that's good. But
If we know Perrin, he'll be fine. He's probably playing his music down there somewhere and making fun of somebody.
Corvus walks by with the chest. He's meeting us at the end of the beach. Keeps
Thank
going.
you for that fucking newsflash ass face. Sorry, that was really abrupt.
Corvus ignores it.
Eden,
It's walking Phoenix.
Are you okay?
I'm better now.
That was quite a fall you had there.
I didn't I don't like that. It didn't no, I just kind of panicked and
Here. Well, I don't know if this will help, but Perrin gave this to me. Maybe it might help at least, for the brief moment. And Art's gonna offer over the dagger with the lion's head on the pommel.
you don't have to do you already gave me a weapon.
Well, maybe just for now. Maybe just until things feel better.
Oh, okay, I'll hold on to it if it will make you feel better. I'll be better. The healing how do you say your name now that I'm not a cat? Or
Me. I'm Orca. Yeah, that's my name, Orca.
insight check.
Finn, you could do one too. You missed the opportunity last time.
that's
I was
true.
a cat.
Yeah.
Wait, can I do it?
I want someone to insight this.
Oh yes, baby! I got 17 plus 6.
Same.
I suppose I should roll my deception.
Same.
Hot dang!
That's good. For my deception, I got a 14 plus 2. So yeah.
Like
Logan, you're muted. You're muted as hell.
Big creature,
I haven't
black
really
and
said
white. They
anything,
swim.
Is that not really your name?
You stuttered funny, and I stuttered funny, but that's because I don't speak this language good.
It seems like your pulse kind of was it was doing a weird thing. Even your neck
Are you
there,
embarrassed
like it was.
of your name?
No, and then she like hides her shield, which is covered in orchids. I don't know why would I be embarrassed about a cool, strong name like Orca? That's a
Because
great name.
I know this one guy. His name, which one was it? I think it was. There's was one. We just call him Hale because he had like 6 names, but all of them were like really bad names, and so we started calling him Kiki.
Oh, Cookie.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think somebody who is as strong and brave like you are that you should be embarrassed of anything.
Unless it's really bad, in which case you can just tell us whatever and we'll call you that so that we can hide your shame.
Well, oh, okay, all right, fine. I suppose at some point it would come up. I can't lie about it forever. My name is Orchid.
Are you?
That's lovely. Why on earth
Yeah,
would you be
do I
embarrassed
look?
about that?
It's a pretty delicate flower. Do I look like a pretty delicate flower to you?
If it makes you feel any better, all of the people that I know that they're named after plants are truly wicked and powerful people.
But that
Well-
actually does make me feel a little better. Actually, yeah.
I mean, it may not be considered, flowers aren't considered with strength, but definitely I think that you're very beautiful. So I don't know. I think it's very appropriate.
I mean, even if, flowers are, sometimes, delicate by design, I mean, well, look at our friend here. I mean, they use flowers all the time, and they can be, kind of, terrifying with it sometimes. So, it's flowers can be strong, I
I
guess.
think at this point, Corvus would have finally came back. Are we leaving? Or are we going to continue sitting like roosting chickens?
I'm
Well-
not a chicken. I am a moth lady.
We're
We
trying to
make this
become
very
more
clear.
acquainted with our new friend here, and obviously we went through that ordeal together, and parents safe, so now I can not be so stressed.
Also, I think Eden and I have lost a lot of blood.
Oh, little buddy! Oh my God! And then I'll put my hand on the top of your head because that's the closest part, and then I'll heal you for 10 points.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
Art's
Thank you.
voice dropped. Like Art just
Ooh.
Oh, that's a side effect of magic.
He turns into the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah.
Corvus, we're going to go. All I'm saying is that it? Are we done here then?
We
Oh,
got
so-
north. Perrin is down below. We continue on north.
Oh, yes, we should definitely check on Perrin.
Can you
Also,
try stabbing me less this time? I'm sorry. I'm really angry right now.
I'll to be fair, I was very upset as well. Which means I should probably go. And then Fanara's gonna basically, because she's still stressed because of the fact that she doesn't know if Perrin is okay, she's gonna like rush away in the direction that she thinks that Perrin probably went.
Well, so
according to Corvus's direction.
There are two ways that you can go. You can go up the stairs that are like that you guys were gonna go head up into, or you can go back the way you came and use that waterway that you guys used to get in.
Yeah, Corvus kept going up to see what was up there to see if there was a way
Mhm.
Is
down.
there
I
a way
guess.
that doesn't involve water?
Yeah, so if you went
Okay.
up, you would notice that you're on the cliffside. You go up probably like another like 50 or so feet, and you're like on the top of this cliff edge.
Fanara's gonna go the direction of the water.
Cool. Yeah, you can 100% do that. Link up with Perrin at that point. Dive down. That's what's easiest for you. Both of the individuals, as well as the individual who was at the boat, not there anymore. The boat is also similarly gone. The tide has lowered enough for you to kind of wade like most of the way through. Like your head is sticking up out of the water, your body's underwater, but like you being you, 100% in the water, in your element, swimming through as fast as you can. The rest of you go up and follow the cliff until it starts to make its way down to where it would connect to the beach. And at that point, that's where Fanara and Perrin would be waiting for the rest of you to join up, so that way you can continue to the ferry continue to wherever you want to go. As you have an idea of where you would like to go, you can go back if you wish to rest and heal up for the night. You can go back to White Harbor to find a place to sleep, or do whatever.
Not the tavern that drugged me.
Not the clam. Correct.
I believe I have
would
a
like to go
contact.
somewhere.
The
Let's just make a good fort and avoid the people that sold everybody, and we're going to probably cut off Art's toes.
Oh, I still need those. Also, Corvus, I have questions and you're gone. Okay, well, I guess we'll save that question for later, but if we need to make a place to stay, I mean, I could probably see if I can scrap something together. It might take me a couple of hours, but I'm sure I could probably at least scrap together something that we might be able to use.
I could try and help you. Or
If
Oh,
we
yes,
all
yes,
work
I will definitely
together?
need some help with that.
What we'll say is any decision for where we want to rest for the night, we can do some of that over chat it with our wonderful Perrin as well, as we head into where we will end for tonight. As you guys, wow, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. That was good fun. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the raid from Valor Studios. I won't know because they went to bed. But I'm definitely going to find them and reach out to them so I can have a proper pronunciation. I think it's Valor because it's Lore. But it may be that weird thing where the E is. Anyway, but thank you for the raid from them. Thank you for the hosts from the numerous channels that hosted. Blackwater D&D. I think another one was from the Stiletto Assassin or from the Initiative Warrior. I'm not quite sure if April was hosting from her channel or from Tio's channel. Thank you for all the wonderful new follows. Too many. I'll address them on stream on Thursday, so that way I can compile a nice full list of them. But thank you guys all for the follows, all that stuff. We're gonna go to the wonderful crew of the Ecriom Expeditions and let them talk about themselves, what they do, where you can find them. Because like, even though I love telling these stories, it's them that actually tell it for us. So I want to give them their opportunities to tell their own stories in the personal world. So let's go in our typical order with Taryn.
Hi everybody, I'm Taryn, also known as Valrook across the socials, generally creative human, TTRPG player, eldritch entity, and dice maker under the moniker of Umbral Oculus Dice. That is UO_dice on the Instagram. Officially back in the shop, officially polishing dice after waiting on new mold systems and new supplies and all the things, but it's back, it's going, feel good, moving sucks, and I don't ever want to do it again, but we'll think about it. But beyond that, you can catch me every other Sunday over in the Initiative Order running Agents of Dune, which is super fun. Obviously, you can catch me here. And then starting in August on alternating Fridays, I will be running Dust to Dust, a mini-series set here in Ecriom at some point way prior to what we are doing now. And I get to drop some of my swoopy energy into the Lands of Ecriom with some really, really amazing people, including Stiletto Assassin, Wish Warlock. We've got the Daniel of Dragon Rock, and of course, Lizzie's gonna be in it. And it's such a good crew, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm not gonna kill people because there are things worse than death in Dungeons and Dragons.
That's perfect. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, who knows?
That's so exciting. I'm really excited for that. Hi, guys. I'm Brianna. I go by Utahime, Utahime cosplay. As the name suggests, I am a cosplayer, but I'm also too a streamer and TTRPG enthusiast and performer. I'm up to lots of different shenanigans. You can catch me on, since we have every other Tuesday here at Ecriom, I also have another campaign I'm a part of. It's a mini series for Coyote and Crow called Shadows of Legacy, which is over on Creators Assemble, and that's at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Definitely check it out. I play Kameha, who is a Suyata warrior, Path of Coyote. Yeah, she's kind of a fierce lady, definitely opposite of my cinnamon roll. So if you want to see me get stabby, every other Tuesday, definitely check it out there. Also too, anyone who's going to be attending San Diego Comic-Con, I am going to be there. I'm a part of two amazing panels, one of them on Saturday the 23rd from 8 to 9 p.m. In room 23 ABC for unnecessary debates with the Grand Geek Gathering and some amazing peeps. So definitely check it out. We're going to be debating lots of nonsense. And hopefully my group wins it. I'm like, fingers crossed. We do pretty well usually. And then you can catch me on Sunday for our other panel with Creators Assemble. It's called Slaying Real Monsters and Building Communities Through Role-Playing Games, and that's 10 to 11 a.m., and that's over at the San Diego Central Library in the Helen Price Reading Room. So if you want to come check that out, some amazing friends are going to be a part of that as well. So definitely, I hope to see you guys there. If you do catch me, please say hi. Obviously, we might do some elbows and like fist pumps because obviously we're still in the middle of a pandemic. But we're going to have lots of safe fun. So definitely hope to see you guys there.
Hell yeah. Next up, down to the bottom row with Art.
Hi everyone, I am Eddie, your discount bard, humble vaudevillian vagabond, drifting from channel to channel, spreading chaos and shenanigans wherever I go. You can normally find me causing trouble on various TTRPG channels like this one, surrounded by amazingly talented people who I am absolutely privileged to spend time with. Otherwise, you can also find me at my home stop over at twitch.tv/discountbarb, where I do variety content, ranging from Sea of Thieves to indie games to whatever my current hyperfixation is. If you want to follow the trouble that I'm getting myself into, you can follow me on all the socials at discountbard. I'm also on TikTok, where I sometimes do inspirational videos or other silly things, hopefully trying to make you laugh a little bit. It's fun times. Let's go ahead and pass it along.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Lizzie Donahue. You can find me at the Lizzie LD on Twitter and Instagram. You will catch me, as Taryn mentioned, in August and Dust to Dust. I am an improviser and TTRPG performer sometimes, so follow me on social medias to find out where I'll pop up next. Over to Jay.
Oh, Corvus is who I play, but you can call me Jay. Casual. I mean, all social media at Just2Casual, doing all kinds of things. I'm also one of the community leaders with TIO, doing all kinds of fun things over there. I'm not on a lot of channels doing a lot of things because I'm doing a lot of other things in the background as we speak. I just finished doing an amazing writing project and I'm excited for it to be out, but I'm going to keep that hush for a little while longer. I'm also working on my current own anime-inspired TTRPG experience, blending all the things I love about anime and storytelling into a way that changes things, where you get to torment players with nostalgic adventures, where you get to mourn your memories and confront your heroes. I'm also working on a few other side projects, one of which I'm excited about. All I can say is what happens after Strahd has been defeated, when the domain sees light. What is greater than evil and darker than night? You get to find out in the dreadful fright beyond the dark domain. That's the only hint I give. Stay tuned for that. And a special shout out to Beth the Bard for this upcoming collaboration we're doing. And if you don't know what that entails, I would suggest you check out She is the Ancient on DM's Guild. Run it through, play it, find out what you need, because the next adventure may be your last.
I also just remembered something that we all forgot that does involve our dear sponsors at Dragon Rock, and of course the one Renee, and that is of course coming up over on the initiative order.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Is
I got
the
it.
mythical melee. Go get it. But you know, probably the reason you forgot it is you're just too slow. You gotta go fast.
Wow. I hope you're
wow.
the first one eliminated.
I won't be, babe. Nope.
You're muted, Innkeeper, but it's okay.
I know, I was
I'll
talking
take it from
shit.
here.
I was saying I hope she goes so fast that she just leaves her round completely.
I mean,
First round.
Sure.
Like is completely out of it within the first round. That would
No
be pretty
way.
dope.
okay. We should really be worried for Casual because he's in there with
Oh.
April, who's like,
Oh
super
yeah,
competitive
April
and
is like.
evil.
Well, I feel bad for. I don't know anybody in mine, and I'm super competitive. So I'm like, I don't know these people, and they're gonna get the
Wait,
wrong
is
side
Lamar
of
in
me.
yours?
In mine, good question. We can talk about that afterward. But yeah,
Yeah.
the initiative
Needless to
order,
say-
Mythical Melee, Super Smash Bros. Edition. Check that out. The first round is next Monday, where I will be playing literally not my favorite Pokemon, but arguably the best Pokemon of all time. I'm going to say one word, broken up into multiple syllables the entire night. Nobody's going to understand what I'm actually doing except for Renee. Because I'm just going to be saying Pikachu all day. It's
Amazing.
yeah. I'm not breaking character. It's gonna be he has to figure out what moves I'm making. 100%.
What about you, Jay?
I'm gonna be like Pika P, and he's gonna be like what? And I'll be like figure it out, Ash. And then Jay, yeah, who are you playing, Jay?
I am playing the immortal blade of fire. May my emblem be embossed across your grave. Let you shine by the immortal,
Why did we let him do this?
for you will not live
did
through
this.
the night. For when the sun rises, it shall glisten off my armor and sword. It shall be your last fight against the warrior Ike.
That's fine. You're never gonna catch me.
That's fine.
I don't need to
That's
kidding. I just need to
such a
blow.
weird crossover of things.
Yeah, I'm
You
pretty.
got Pikachu and then that guy. And like,
and then like a blue
That
hedgehog
guy.
that can speak English. Like what the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah. Do you
gotta
guys
go
know that
hodgepodge.
the longest fiction that humans have created, or at least for a while it was a Super Smash Brothers fan fiction?
Oh my
Yes, it
gosh.
was.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Kinky.
But yeah,
Maybe.
Pikachu and that guy coming to theater
That-
summer 2023.
Oh, is that
Yes.
the,
Oh,
the
no.
Pikachu movie too? Right?
Yeah,
When did they start showing furry porn in theaters?
It's oh god, we're gonna go
If
raid
you just
somebody.
give a whole new name to Super
Hi.
Smash Brothers, oh no.
Oh,
I got us back on
fuck.
track. Hey, check Logan
Shit.
out here.
Please
at the
don't
Red Hare Inn.
unfollow new
Check him out over
followers.
on the
Bros.
initiative
Stay
board.
with
Yeah,
us.
follow yeah.
Logan runs Conan over on the initiative board.
I do.
As well.
I run Conan over in the initiative order. I'm in places doing things. So follow me on the social, or follow the Red Hare Inn on the socials. You'll see what I'm doing. Most of the time, I'm here at the Red Hare.
Team Drew's basement, right?
Stop.
Or-
Team Drew's Basement will be doing something soon on the channel. We're going to have a similar collaboration as we were having with Eden or Taryn. So yeah, but yeah, check that out. That we aren't going to really announce that quite yet. Actually, that is starting. No, it's starting after Dust to Dust. So we'll announce that when we get a little bit closer and we have everybody involved figured out. We're waiting on a couple confirms. But yeah, check us out here at the Red Hare Inn. I do a lot of homebrew on my own, or with friends every once in a while with the wonderful folks at Dragon Rock, and that's what we do. We're gonna go raid Total Party Chill because they're playing some D&D. Ooh, they're in a fight as well. So go give them some love, give them some support, buy them around on the Red Hare Inn, and until our next adventure, stay safe and happy travels. Bye, y'all.